Hello, John from John Living the Adventure YouTube channel, here to do a different video than what I've normally done in the past. I'm going to share some, what I believe is important information. My motivation for doing this particular video today is informed by my 11 years as a Red Cross disaster volunteer. For 11 years I responded to disasters in my hometown, my home state, and across the United States. Once in North Carolina for a hurricane, down in Florida for Hurricane Ian, Texas twice for floods, over to California for wildfire, then again to California for flooding. Numerous times around my home state of Oregon for flooding or for wildfires. One winter blizzard, one winter ice storm. So because of that background, the topic I'm going to talk to you about today, I feel some motivation and a certain amount of passion to provide this to you. I hope that never in your life and never in your future life you ever have to face a disaster like a tornado or a hurricane or a flood or a wildfire or any other type of disaster. But in case, I want you to be prepared, and there are two main things I'm going to ask you to do today to get yourself ready to be as informed and aware as possible in case those type of disasters happen where you are. About a week ago, there was an interesting story on the news. It made national news, all the major news outlets. And it wasn't really a major story, but it was still interesting enough that it caught people's attention. An American tourist was vacationing on the coast of France. She was there with her two young daughters in some village, and there were wildfires around the area, and she was very concerned about those wildfires. She went to bed thinking, okay, the next morning I'm going to be fresh and ready to go. I'll know what to do. I'll find out more information, but tonight I'll get a good night's rest. I'll even put my earplugs in so that I don't get disturbed during the night. That might have been a mistake, because the next morning she woke up, nobody else, none of the other residents, none of the other tourists were there in the town. The only people that were there in the town were the army and maybe the local police. And they informed her that she could not leave the town at this time because all the evacuation routes were blocked by wildfires. I'm pretty sure she's probably okay with her daughters because the army was there, the police were there. But what a strange situation. I don't want you to get in that same situation yourself. So listen up, pay attention. I'm going to give you two different things that you need to do to make sure that that doesn't happen to you, because you really don't have to travel all the way to France to find yourself in a similar situation if you're not ready for it. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to go on the internet, find the web page for your county's emergency management services, and I want you to sign up for alerts. The second thing I'm going to ask you to do is go to your app store, and I want you to download the Red Cross Emergency app. Both of these apps do similar types of things. There is some overlapping in what they do, but there's also different things that they do as well that are valuable for you in case of a disaster. To sign up for Marion County Emergency Alerts, I just did a Google search for Marion County, Oregon. I included Oregon, so I didn't get directed to any of the other 17 Marion counties in the United States. And Marion County, Oregon Emergency Management. Went to their web page, saw a place where I could sign in for alerts. Clicked on that and just simply followed the directions. And within our county anyway, you can kind of tailor that to also receive local alerts from the police and local fire departments in different communities within Marion County. So I live in Salem, so I made sure I also signed up for Salem, Oregon. All you need to do is look up your county emergency services and make sure you have the right county and find their webpage and sign up. You'll provide your telephone number and your email address, and that way you'll be able to get texts, automated phone calls in case there's an emergency in your area, some sort of disaster happening that you want to be aware of rapidly. And it will also importantly tell you that if you need to evacuate or what the evacuation level is for where you live. Though it might be hard to tell from the blue sky that you see in the background, right now, Marion County, where I live, is under an air quality advisory due to wildfires that are burning east and south of us. So the rest of this video I'm going to do inside the house as the advisory advises me to do. So see you in the house. To sign up for alerts that are local, I went to the Marion County Emergency Management website, scrolled the page, and just found the link to sign up for alerts. Now that's going to be different depending on which county you go in, how that page actually looks. In Louisiana, you're going to look for your parish government emergency services. In Alaska, they're divided into boroughs. You're going to look for that information. Find their webpage, find the directions to sign up for emergency alerts in your area, and just follow the directions. You'll provide your phone number, your cell phone number hopefully, and maybe your email address. And that way you can get emergency alerts by text, by automated phone calls, and follow-up information through emails. Now, the next thing we want to do is download the Red Cross emergency app. To download the Red Cross emergency app on your phone, go to the App Store if you have an iPhone, or the Google Play Store if you have an Android, and search for Red Cross or Red Cross app. You'll find that there are several that the Red Cross offers. You're going to want to pick the one that has the exclamation mark as part of its symbol for its icon. Now, after you install it, save it to your home screen and then open it. First, pick the language that you want to operate in. You only have choices between English and Spanish. I'm going to choose English. And then you'll see a notification or a notice here that says you need to set your notifications. To receive notifications, you have to give your phone permission to send those to you. So if you have restrictions on your phone that you don't want to have notifications in the middle of the night, you're going to want to allow this app to allow those notifications to come to you. So I'm going to open my notification preferences, and I'm going to click on the button that says Allow Notifications, and it's going to allow sound and vibration. Perfect, that's what I want it to be set at. I'm going to go back to the app, first page, and then I'm going to set locations that I want to have programmed in to receive it. Now, one of those first things that I want to allow it to do is to track my location. So no matter where I am in the United States, I'll receive alerts that are pertinent to that location. So if I'm traveling out of town and in the middle of some other state, I want to be able to get Red Cross notifications for that specific location. The county alert that I signed up for earlier won't do that for me, but the Red Cross app will. So I'm going to track my live location. I'm going to click on that. Open up location preferences, select allow all the time. So let's look that up. I'm going to find that under permissions on my phone. So I'm going to click on permissions. I'm going to click on the location And then I'm going to change that to allow all the time. And that way, no matter where I am, if I'm in the middle of Kansas and there's a tornado alert, I'll get that notification. I'm going to go back, and I think I've got it all set up. It may take a while for that to sink in, but in the meantime, I can add other locations. Now, I happen to be sitting in Salem, Oregon right now, so when this syncs, it's going to give me, oh, it's already on there, I see. And it's telling me there's an air quality alert. We'll have to find out what that means. But I can add other locations. So I'm going to automatically just go ahead and add Salem back in as a location that it always tracks, no matter where I am. And that way, if I'm in another state, I'll get an alert for something that's happening in Salem, because that's what I want. I have family here. It's good to keep track of. If you have family somewhere else, you can put their location in and you'll receive alerts about what's happening in their area, if that's something you'd like to do. So I'm going to put Salem in again. You can put a zip code. I'm just putting Salem, Oregon. It's giving me the choice to add Salem, also Salem, Massachusetts, and probably some other Salem in the United States, but I'm going to check off Salem, Oregon. Okay, now here's the cool thing. Let's scroll down this. You get to decide what type of alerts you receive. So I see that I can receive air quality alerts, beach alerts, dust, earthquake, extreme cold winter weather, extreme heat alerts, floods, fog, a high alert. I'm not sure what that exactly is. We can look at that in a second. High winds, hurricanes, severe thunderstorms, tornado, tsunami, volcano, wildfires, a number of different events that can happen that I can receive alerts for now on and through my Red Cross app on my phone. I'm just curious. Let's take a look at that high alert one. We can check the advanced options, and it just tells you kind of what those are about. So, there's even civil warnings, civil danger warnings, nuclear power plant warnings. I'm just going to leave everything as it is on the default position. If there's not a nuclear plant warning in Salem, we don't have any, that's okay. I just won't get a notification about it. But if there is, and I'm somewhere else where there is a nuclear plant and they have a warning, I think I want to hear about it. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done with that. So now I have at the top my current location, which is Salem, and on the bottom I have Salem, Oregon, because I've chosen that location. When I'm in another area, that top location that you see there will change to whatever location I happen to be in. Now, you'll get all these alerts and more, so let's talk about what those alerts mean. The National Weather Service divides their status reports into 3 levels. It's a 3-tiered system of reporting the status of an event that may or may not occur. The lowest level is called an advisory alert, and that means be prepared, be watchful. There might be something like, if it's a flooding advisory, there could be some minor flooding. You might need to change some plans and adjust what you're planning to do. The second level of concern is a watch. Be prepared. Whatever type of watch it is, it could be a tornado watch, a hurricane watch, a wildfire watch. That means it's time to start getting things ready to go, maybe packing up documents, maybe even making plans to find shelter and knowing where that shelter is going to be. And the third category is a warning. So for instance, in a tornado warning or hurricane warning or wildfire warning, you should be making your plans to leave, find shelter immediately, and listening to emergency alerts, following those instructions exactly. And not to add to your confusion, but there are evacuation alerts, and they also come in 3 different categories: level 1, level 2, and level 3. And no matter what level you're at, if you're in an evacuation alert area, you need to take it seriously. First off, a level 1 alert means be ready. It's serious. You should have things packed up, ready to go at a moment's notice, so that if it progresses to a level 2 or level 3, you're ready to head out the door. Level 1 doesn't mean sit around and wait for level 2. Level 1 means drop everything else you're doing and start getting ready to evacuate. Level 2, get set. Level 1, be ready. Level 2, get set. Imagine you're in a race, and being ready means you're limbered up, ready to race, you're at the starting line, and get set means you're actually down in position, ready to start your sprint the minute the starting gun fires. Get set, level 2, means you've got everything all packed up. You're ready to go. It's not a mandatory evacuation, but you should take it seriously enough that you're all set to go. And then level 3, go. That's it, simply go. Level 3 is go. It's a mandatory evacuation level. It means you must leave. There's no time to pack, no time to get ready. You should have done that in levels 1 and 2 so that you were ready to go. Now, let's go back briefly to level 2. And the reason I want to go back to level 2 is because a lot of people find themselves in trouble when they're in a level 2 evacuation, because they think they can wait around for the level 3 notice to come to them. And that's not always true. Sometimes the disaster outpaces the alert system. And so people are in the middle of the disaster. It's already affecting them. It's already put them at danger. And that happens before the level 3 alert reaches them. So seriously consider, if you're in a level 2 alert, leaving at that time. Listening to government authorities about where you should go and how you should go, what routes you should take, and what destinations you should be going to if you're going to need further assistance. And that actually brings me to my final word of advice. Any system, any emergency system that exists is not foolproof. You may be in an area that doesn't have cell service. You may be in an area that doesn't have as robust an emergency system as other areas. You may be in conditions where the disaster is outpacing the alert system. So the best resource you actually have is your own senses, your own brain, to make decisions for yourself that are safe. Not taking chances. Just keep aware of your surroundings. Have that situational awareness that you can act even before the warnings and alerts come your way. That said, the Red Cross app and your tie-in to emergency alerts within your area are great tools to have at your disposal. Enough doom and gloom. I'm going to get back to making regular videos that are more entertaining, more about places and events that we're traveling to. And if you're interested in those videos, click on this one as an example. And if you like the videos I'm making, I sure would appreciate it if you could click on the subscribe button. I sincerely hope that the information that I've provided you today is interesting, but most of all, I hope that it's helpful to you. In the meantime, closing as I always do, go out and have your own adventures, and make them safe adventures. Bye for now.